So this is a breakdown video of the groove that I did for my claws video yesterday. As you can see, it's only 6 different patterns that I have put in here to work around the pre-existing bass drum pattern. So let's go ahead and get on the kit and see how we can break this down. So the 6 main patterns here, of course, it starts off with a paradiddle diddle, which I've split up between the hi-hat and the snare drum. Right, left, right, left, left. To that, of course, I've added a kick, and all of these patterns may have a bass drum in there or removed, just to kind of fit the pattern that's already happening in the music. So we have, in this first measure, paradiddle diddle, and then a right left just to fill up to the backbeat. And then we have our first sort of linear pattern, which is right, left, kick. So right, left, kick. And that's, of course, split up between the snare and the hi-hat, which this I use later on in the video as a drum fill to end the video, or however it was. But in this case, I've used it in the groove rather than as a fill. So far we have paradiddle diddle, right, left, kick, and then we have just a right, left, right, left, and that is the first measure. So up to closer to speed, that would sound. So that gives already a lot of energy, I feel like, just with the activity between the hi-hat and the snare drum. It just looks cool as well. So you kind of have this back and forth going and speed it up to your heart's content. Next measure is, again, that right, left kick. So we have that for 2 beats. And our hands really aren't moving around so much. So we have right, left kick, right, left kick. And on that second one, of course, I add the bass drum to support the bass drum that's already going on in the beat. So, which sounds cool. You can also use this to form its own groove if you keep this going. So it kind of has this cool, it's almost like a halftime samba type feel. Next, we have right, left kick to get the backbeat, right, left kick. And then after that, again, we just have right, left, right. So altogether, this measure sounds. So it's kind of nice because it's got that little break there before the final beat. It almost adds a little bit of a stutter sound when it's up to tempo, which would sound like this from the beginning of the groove. Next, we have right, left, kick, left, kick, left. So we kind of get that sound. After that, the next pattern that we have after the backbeat is a right, left kick, which is a really cool fill, very versatile. I like to use this in grooves as well as fill. I don't know how well it's going to come across the speakers, but when you're on an acoustic kit, you can really hear those doubles just poking through just enough to kind of give it this nice little, it gives it a nice flow and a little bit more extra energy just from the snare activity. Which sounds very cool. So that full measure. Okay, so coming out of that measure. And then the next to last measure, the last measure is actually fairly close to the second measure. So we kind of just have a return to form there. So we have just to kind of give a little bit of break coming back into the rest of the groove. So from the beginning it sounds. And then up to tempo, or close to tempo. and that's the groove.